I'm Kim Fowler. I'm an engineer at the Pacific Northwest National Laboratory. I'm working to improve our nation's energy future. American adults spend about 90% of their time indoors. We're in homes, we're in our workspaces, we're in the malls, we're in the doctor's office. Think of all the places that you spend indoors on a daily basis. Buildings themselves use 40% of the energy consumed in the United States and 70% of the electricity generated in the United States. This creates a big opportunity for reducing the overall impact on the environment if we can reduce the amount of energy consumption and improve the overall quality of our life if we can improve how the buildings operate. We need to have big, hairy, audacious goals, really aggressive goals. I refer to them as BHAGs. One of my BHAGs is for the buildings to be 75% more efficient than they currently are. That way they're using 75% less energy than they currently are, so that they are what I would call net zero ready. Ready to be integrated with the grid, ready to be integrated with renewable energy. Another BHAG is for the buildings to be smart, and for the smart buildings to be able to talk to the smart grid. Therefore, they'd be able to reduce energy consumption and optimize performance of the grid as well as the buildings. It also allows for them to integrate renewables into the energy consumption more effectively. We perform over $30 million of buildings-related research, ranging from commercial and residential energy code development to research and development of innovative technologies such as organic LEDs. We have a multidisciplinary team of over 200 scientists and engineers that are working to solve the nation's energy challenges. Performance measurement and analysis is, in my opinion, the key to long-term building energy efficiency. And that you can design a building beautifully. You can even construct it well, but over time, and it can be operating perfectly at the beginning, but over time, the operations tend to degrade. And the likelihood that it'll be designed perfectly and constructed perfectly and operating perfectly from the beginning is not high. All of those reasons are why it's good to go in and actually examine a building after it's been built and after people have been placed in it. It is great fun to design and develop new technologies, but if they aren't actually used in a building, they might as well not have been developed in the first place. So what we do is work with both industry and building owners and operators to figure out how to get those technologies into the market. So for example, think of the compact fluorescent light bulb. Did you know it took 30 years for that thing to become commonplace? It's crazy, but it took that long because initially the products that were out there were being oversold by the manufacturer. They promised too much with respect to the light quality, the efficiency, the life of the bulb. And so early adopters, people who bought those bulbs, were then disappointed by the quality. So what we at PNNL are doing is that we are taking that experience and applying it to LEDs. LEDs are big in the market right now, but we want to make sure they don't go in the same route that compact fluorescents did the first time around. And so what we're doing is that we're working with the manufacturers, we're testing the products separately from the manufacturers, and we're able to provide this third-party objective results that can tell you which products are actually high quality. So think about how much time you spend in buildings every day. Look around the buildings that you're in. Do you really need to have the lights on all the time, or all the lights on? Do you really need to have the temperature set as high or as low as you have it set? Do you really need to have the perfectly green acre of grass in your yard? Think about the impact of those choices and how it impacts your life overall, and whether or not that is really worth the impact on the environment.